Good morning and or afternoon, everyone. No, this isn't your average Dragon Ball WWE video. Yeah, I know. I gotta upload more. But we gotta talk. I've been wrong. I know what you're thinking. I'm not usually one to get wrong. I possess genes straight from the fourth Hokage himself. But yes, it happened. I should have seen it all coming. I had all the signs that this person was a red flag. But being the kind person I am, I just ignored them and continued our friendship. This all started months ago. At first, it seemed like an ordinary friendship. Nothing out of the usual. We're both in the army, by the way. And we both experienced the everyday struggles of being an active duty soldier. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. So, of course, that only brought our bond closer. Very much close. In fact, okay, let me clarify that I am talking about a female here. Okay, glad I got that out of the way. But, anyways, we ended up being so close that people actually assumed that we were dating. But that wasn't a fact. We kept it strictly professional. Yes, at least we tried to. I felt as if I was receiving mixed signals. When she made meals for me, she always told me something along the lines of, the man should always eat before the woman. I was very confused. That's kind of a strange thing to say, especially being just friends. But, as I said, we just kept it professional. To get a better understanding of this person, I have to tell you about her personality. She has beliefs and morals just as I do. However, they contradicted everything she did. And every time I questioned her about them, she'd get very upset and we'd have disagreements. Of course, me staying true to my character, like the great Rock Lee, I never let my emotions get the best of me and remained calm. Of all people I've met in my life, she gave me the genuine worst advice. It's one thing to give someone advice, but when I disagreed with her advice because it actually conflicted with various things that my parents told me as I was growing up. And of course, whenever I did that, things got ugly. There were times where she wouldn't speak to me at all, and she'd always make a scene in public whenever I simply disagreed with the things that she'd tell me. I knew at the point that I just had to cut our friendship off. I don't know what kept making me come back because I genuinely wasn't happy. In fact, whenever I myself give this girl some advice, she'd always reply with, I'm grown, I can do what I want. For majority of all the things I said, it was genuinely frustrating. My advice that I gave her was to start seeing or dating men that were closer to her age. But the people that she hung out with were literally over a decade older than her. I'm talking about in their 30s. One dude literally owned a Lamborghini. How does a young girl like her know all these people? Some of these guys were married with children. But of course that didn't stop her. The one thing that I just could never accept was her constant need for male validation. No matter how wrong about a situation she is, she'd always get on TikTok to complain about it to her followers. By the way, she's somewhat up there. I'd say around 25,000 plus. These dudes that she be with, she would claim that no matter what, she's single. However, single girls do not share and sleep in the same bed with other guys. Yes, including me. My kindness was taken advantage of, but more importantly, my time was taken. I could never get that time back. All the time I spent helping her start her content creation career. I could have been here making my own content for, well, all of you guys. The people who support me every single day. I spent hours, days teaching her how to basically edit her videos. Not like my style, but yeah, I regret not being here to be able to make you all content. Something I genuinely enjoy doing. Aside of my time being taken, I have lots of money wasted as well. It was always me paying for everything. And of course, when I confronted her or asked her to spend her own money, she'd come up with the excuse of, I have bills. Wait, doesn't every adult have bills? There were just so many excuses. I honestly want to say I've spent at least $1,000 on her. But money isn't important. To me, money can always be replaced. I just hope the next person she manipulates doesn't think like me. The true revelation of her colors was when she, for some reason, told me how she genuinely felt about my content. This was last month, by the way, April 2022. Now, I'm always open to any sort of criticism. However, being told that my content was boring, trash, or that my voice was monotone, that's a different story. And apparently, anyone who hasn't told me this isn't my friend. She then started telling me that I didn't get any respect because of the way I dress. Basically, no more anime clothes. I couldn't believe it. This person that I was supposed to call my friend is speaking to me like a hateful comment online. I then countered with the claim that she wouldn't have all those TikTok followers if she kept her clothes on. Boy, did she not appreciate that. She then started to get real sad and offensive and said the usual, "I can do what I want with my body," and just didn't speak to me for the rest of the day. Of course, she got on TikTok and indirectly made me the enemy, just seeking that male validation. And when she apologized, I guess, she said, when she apologized, she blamed it saying that she was on her period. It was either that or she justified her actions for saying she had PTSD. Of all the people I've met in my life, she has been by far the most controlling. I remember one guy she was dating, he would literally come to our workplace and just sit in our office all day. He didn't even work here. He would literally just sit there for literal hours waiting for her to get out of work. I genuinely never seen that before in my life. What kind of boyfriend goes to work with their girlfriend for the entire day? When we were confronting her about it, she simply replied, "I have that power. I have them wrapped around my finger." And all we could do was just watch the man, who I believe was most likely probably about to be 30 years old as well. What kind of power is that? I remember when I started to see her controlling ways with me. We'd mainly always have to listen to what she wanted on the radio. Sometimes had to go to where she wanted to eat, especially if I didn't pay for her. It was the small things at first that I could tolerate, but I slowly grew tired of it. I remember when I didn't want to go to the store with her because I was tired, like I work all day. She turned the entire car and AC off, and I either had the option to just go into the building with her or rot in the car in the sun. Her excuse? Gas is getting too expensive nowadays to be doing all that. If anything didn't go her way, she'd always just give some awkward silent treatment and say, "This is who I am. I'm not really a talkative person." But at the same time, she'd be quick to start a whole entire argument if I wore my hat on while in the car. She was so controlling that she wouldn't even allow me to look up to my role models without being told or threatened that she would kick me out her car and leave me on the side of the road. My whole role models, people that I look up to and think about every single day. My motivation for being a content creator, and I wasn't even allowed to talk about them. All I could do was listen to her wise advice, and she'd even try to force God and religion on me. If I disagreed even once, it would lead to a berating. Sometimes it'd be public and quite loud that people would start staring. After a while, I genuinely grew tired of what was going on between us, so I just started standing up for myself more often. That didn't last long though. LOL. No matter who you are, do not come from my pride and my morals. I legitimately will not stand for it. And I encourage you all to do the same. Never change who you are. Your true friends will respect and appreciate you for what you are. Also to my friends that I spent so much time being occupied with this distraction, hope you all can forgive me. And I thank you all for still being here with me and never forcing me to change. Anyways, that chapter is over. Thank you all for taking the time to listen to my story. Don't worry, this is what my channel is all about. It's supposed to be happy. Sometimes you gotta air your grievances. And to the person this video was made about, need to genuinely acknowledge yourself as a bad person. Need to seek help.